Demastered is a game from wayforward, believe it or not. And no, it's not a demaster of any other game, despite it using the Mummy name. And yes, there has been the Mummy games before, but this one is a Metroidvania game, believe it or not. This came out in 2017, around the same time as the movie did, the reboot one that nobody even likes, both critically and fans. This is available on PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and Steam, which, believe it or not, the game is getting a sequel in 2026, known as The Mummy Survives, so we'll have to see how that one plays. So this game is a 16-bit game, which uses that music aesthetics that you probably know and love, and there's plenty of places for you guys to go around the whole place when it comes to finding some items like ammo capabilities, and some weapons and more. With the ammo stuff, or like the weapon stuff entirely, say that it's more like one of those switch missile things or whatever you play whenever you play a Metroid game. But this one, you can select up to 2 special weapons at a time. You could do like a heavy machine gun and a shotgun, a plasma laser, a rocket launcher, and whatever. Like, it's all there for you guys. Now, there's also some abilities, just like any other Metroid-like game, that you'll need to unlock. And there's also some obstacles in the way, like barricaded doors, which you'll need some certain throwables in order to do so. The only ones I know are grenades, C4 charges, and incendiary grenades. And that's pretty much about it from what I can tell. But look, anyone that's played a Metroid game, you know your health upgrades and whatever. So it's all there for you guys. And there's also secrets, like finding the 50 relics, so you can find them all. But yeah, like I said before, this game came around at the same time as the movie that nobody even liked. But the movie is pretty much forgettable, and everyone chooses to forget to exist. And that's exactly what everyone just wants to remember it by. But the game is a complete different story, as this one is actually not a bad game. You play as a unnamed soldier, and well, you're given this mission to investigate some sort of place or whatever, but then the mummy comes out of nowhere and raises, well, you get the point. The mummy is gonna do some evil stuff, yada, whatever. For me, I don't even think the story is that important in this game. What I think is more important is just how the game plays and what type of obstacles you guys can get through. But for this game is that there's a bunch of different areas for you guys to explore, and there's some sort of traps or obstacles like acid water, some guys that will try to kill you underwater or whatever, and that's pretty much it. And yeah, imagine having shiny knight armor guys or just warrior guys in general just walk underwater like it's nothing. But yeah, some bosses are simple to fight. You just keep shooting at them, but while you have to make sure you watch out for any of the obstacles or projectiles they'll shoot at you. So you'll need to you gotta use your head around it in order to like fight the bosses and see which weapons work out for you. But the thing is that when you die in the game, you don't start like where, well, you kind of actually do start where you last saved, but there is a caveat to it. What I mean is that when you die, you lose all of your stuff. That's because you're playing as a different person that happens to be in the same unit as you. So they send out another person. So if you want to get your stuff back, you need to kill your own corpse that you once actually died from. So once you do that, you're all said and done. Oh, and there's a trophy for doing it too, by the way. The game also has 3 different endings, but if you manage to never die in this game at all, you get a special ending, which pretty much can be a good thing. But the 2 other endings are depending on the fate if you survived after fighting the final boss or not. But I'll leave that one up to you guys for that one. And of course, just like every Metroidvania game, there always has to be backtracking. Just for some stuff you couldn't even access from before, only because you didn't have that certain power-up that you probably needed. Like probably dashing, or maybe you need a certain type of grenade or explosive just to break these things open. Or perhaps you gotta climb into something and then you're all set there. Sure, you may get these little map things that can refill, or at least unfill, the whole map, but it always leaves out the secrets, and that's really what the secrets are always coming in for. But sometimes the relics are a little bit hard to get by. But that's because you needed a certain ability or whatever in order to get them. But if you guys take the time and day, and this game usually often goes on sale, and I really don't blame them. For one thing, it's like I really never really hear or met many people talk about the game, but despite that, you guys might find something to enjoy about Mummy Demastered. If you guys just want to play a different type of Metroidvania game and just want a movie tie-in for some reason, then this is for you. One of the things though is that it just feels like it's a direct copy of Metroid, only because you have to, it just makes it really feel like it. I think it's just the atmosphere of it, if you ask me. But it's not bad or anything, it doesn't turn you off or nothing. And what's funny is that I saved the game and then the power go out. But it's funny because the other room didn't go with the whole power outage. It is such a weird, funny thing to see. But if people didn't like the movie, then they should just play the game entirely instead. And it's still in the digital market to this very day. So if you guys like to play something that's quite a little different in terms of Metroidvania, then go right ahead. But I think you guys will like the music in this game. Seriously, I think you'll like it. But you know what I always find weird about this game? They have ladders, but you can't even climb them. Just tell me, why you have ladders in the game if you can't climb them? That's always going to be the weird thing. You're going to think you can be able to climb it, but you can't climb the ladder. It's not like you need an ability or anything. I mean, every game I play, you can climb a ladder no problem. Even some of the other Metroidvanias I was able to play like that, but this one seems to be a different story. You have to jump these obstacles instead of climbing. I really wish if they were to make it clear that you wouldn't have to climb a ladder. Don't have a ladder in the game at all if you can't do that. But, like I said, it's a little different. It's a little bit on the challenging side, kind of. But not too hard. So, if you guys happen to be liking 16-bit Metroidvania games, then check this game out if you guys haven't already.